Yo, what's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on the MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty, and today we have a new patch being deployed into MLB The Show. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's only a couple days into the game. Is this a bad sign? No, this is not a bad sign. Actually, I would look at it as a good sign. Usually in games, you usually have patches towards the start. Now, gameplay has been pretty solid overall, which this patch obviously has to deal with pretty much all gameplay, but there have been a couple weak spots, a couple things hitting wise and fielding wise, and even a little bit pitching, I guess. But let's go ahead and start on to the patch notes. Looking at them right now. Update 1.05, universal fixes, a slight increase to pitch speed across all gameplay modes. Now, if you guys weren't aware, pitches were a lot slower compared to the show 16, the show 17, and so on. They just didn't feel very effective and fast like they should be. For example, a 100-mile-an-hour fastball does not feel like a 100-mile-an-hour fastball was last year in MLB The Show 17. Rather, it feels almost, I would say, even close to like 3 to 4 miles per hour slower. I mean, that's just me personally, but I definitely noticed a huge decrease in the velocity of pitches, and what that led to is basically fastballs not getting used. You know how last year and how usually you have a lot of like relievers that just throw gas that people love to use because they can throw so hard? People weren't really using those guys. They weren't going for much on the market, and that led to pretty much everybody just spamming people down below in the zone. That was pretty much the way to pitch them, but hopefully this should change things up a lot so the fastball can be saved and people will now start to throw fastballs again. Because I know whenever I tried to throw fastballs in BR, I always got rocked and I had to pay for it dearly. So I really hope this is a good fix. I have seen good things on Twitter about it so far, so I am very optimistic. Also, fielding animation adjustments to the user-controlled fielder to catch more balls just outside of the ball marker. What I assume this means is, you know, all those animations and all those times this year where your shortstop or your second baseman is running for a ball, they're just about to get there but it goes out of their glove. I think this is what it's going to touch on. At least that would be my guess. I'm not exactly sure, but that animation has happened to me specifically a lot so far this year, so that would be a really good fix. I know fielding is very important to them this year, and they want ratings to feel like they matter, and I think they definitely will. There's just a little bit too much where it's like, come on, I have a really good fielding shortstop and he can't make that play. It's not even like a diving stop. Like, it's just really frustrating, but hopefully that should tune it up just a little bit so it still matters about ratings for defensively. Also, a fix to an accurate ground rule double call specific to the bullpen areas of the Yankee Stadium. Not really too sure about that. I assume it's a good fix though. I haven't encountered that or seen anybody else talk about it, but that is a good fix. Online specific improvements. We have fixes to several online in-game soft locks caused by both users pausing or entering quick menus at the same moment. I would assume this is kind of like freezing soft locks where kind of the game freezes and nothing really happens. Once again, I have not experienced that yet this year as far as I've been playing online, but it is a good fix and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been frustrated and have gone through that issue so far this year. Also, a fix to an in-game crash involving the button accuracy throw meter. I have not crashed in game yet this year, and I do use the button accuracy throw meter, so I have not encountered that once again. Maybe it's just because I haven't played too much online this year, or maybe I just got lucky, I'm not too sure. But also visibility improvements to the map in Conquest mode. Don't really know what that is. The Conquest map looks pretty good. I don't know exactly what they changed there, but offline specific improvements, so not the majors. Road to the Show training attribute adjustments to assure pitchers and getting training points and distributing them correctly to secondary pitch types. I have not touched Road to the Show this year. I guess they allotted points not correctly to secondary pitch types. So if you guys have encountered that in Road to the Show, I'm sure you guys are all happy that that's fixed. And then finally, miscellaneous stabilization of select online and offline user interface menus, where users were soft locking following certain timing specific menu navigations. There has been a couple weird things on the menus. Obviously, the UI and everything, it's much more visually appealing, and it's a lot more snappier and responsive. So that should make it even better, which I'm very excited about. It's so much easier to navigate and go through this UI compared to the ones before in previous installments of the show. And then finally, various other minor bug fixes and adjustments throughout the game as always. But that is about to wrap it up for patch 1.05. From the looks of it, it's going to be a very, very good patch. Hopefully they did everything correctly, and they probably would have adjusted the pitch speed to how it was last year and previously. That would be my guess. Hopefully fielding ratings still matter, because I really like that. I like that you want to have a good defensive shortstop, which is why you don't want to have like the Hanley Ramirez's of the world who can't really field that well. There's just some more value in having like an Andrelton Simmons or someone like that, a Brandon Crawford, who may not be the best hitter, but they're going to make a lot of plays that most other shortstops can't. So I really like that, and I just hope they minorly tuned it so like you can still make the more routine plays with average fielders, but I still hope defensive ratings matter. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below. Let me know how you guys are experiencing, how everything is going on patch 1.05. I've yet to hop into online gameplay, but I will soon. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And literally, guys, Gomes out.